Good morning, everyone. This is Diane at Sand and Stars Rabbity. It is Friday, August the 3rd, I believe, and it's right before 12 o'clock my time here in southern New England. Because we're by the coast, we're a little bit cooler weather-wise than what our national record is from up in Providence area. So it is like 84 degrees outside right now and really high humidity, so it's really uncomfortable. And I wanted to show everyone some skills that I've developed through trial and error and unfortunately hard times in losing a couple of rabbits last year due to the high heat and my inexperience. I come out and I check on my rabbits during this time of weather about every 2 hours, and I usually get in the habit of bringing out a couple of extra things of ice blocks to help the rabbits through the hot and through the heat and the humidity. So here we go. This is Sand and Stars Rabbity, and let me introduce to you my breeding rabbits. Here we go. Of course, Yeller, he's not a breeding rabbit, but he thinks that all the babies are his babies, and he shows a lot of good interest in the babies. Loves to sniff them and is so excited and loves to watch them play. But here's Abel. He is a New Zealand white and he averages 8.5 pounds. And you can see I've got 2 things of ice that he's laying by. A 2-liter soda bottle that's partially filled with water and frozen, and a vinegar bottle that's an ice block, and he's sandwiched himself between the two, if you can all see. Maybe a better view is above him. I can't see if you can see it all, but this is where he is. He is the first cage coming in, and he is going on a year. He is breeding age he was 6 months this May, so and he is a first-time dad, and we'll introduce you to his babies here. Additional to these ice blocks, you might be able to partially hear, but behind me here is this fan. And I didn't realize it when I purchased it, but the cage here comes apart. This front thing here, there's a couple of latches that I can easily manage. See, just like that. Oops, there we go. To take the cover off, and I have to clean it off because it gets full of fur from the rabbits, and then with the humidity, the dust that goes with it. So I have to clean the front grate, the back grate, and even have to clean off the blades from the humidity and the dust and the fur attaches to the fan blades, and then it doesn't push air. The fan moves, but it's not pushing air. So I have to clean that off for it to push the air so there's air circulation. Here's Shadow, and she's in the corner here, sandwiched herself by an old milk jug that's partially filled with water and frozen for her. She moves around her toilet as the rest of them do, but I cover, because she's got babies. Shadow actually had 8 babies this litter, which is her biggest litter ever, and so far hasn't lost any of them. Let me move. I put her ceramic tile over her nest box so she doesn't try to nose her ice block to her babies, because that I'm afraid will kill them. But here are her babies, and they also have an ice block that I put in here for them to lay next to. She's got a few broken black ones, look like a couple of babies that are the white with the red eyes, like a New Zealand white, and a couple of solid black ones. They are so cute. I wish you could see them easily through the nest box, through the wire. Easy, but she had 8. I did discover when I was pulling them out and counting them, that she had one baby that was just teeny tiny and smaller, much smaller than the rest. So instead of, here's Zilpah. She is a purebred New Zealand white. She is the runt of her litter, so she doesn't grow the average 9 or 11 pounds. She stayed a runt. She averages 6.5, 7 pounds. She also has her ice block here. I'm going to move it, and I cover her nest box too because she dumps ice in there as well. This is, so she had 3. It looks like pure New Zealand whites, and they are all so cute. Let me find. And then this is Shadow's runt baby. Oops, come here, babies. See the difference in the size? I found this one here in Shadow's nest box, and it really didn't get... Uh-oh, come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Good baby. So she has 3 of these that are all New Zealand whites, purebred. And I plan on keeping, depending on their gender, I'm thinking I want to keep 1 female, but most especially 1 male for a purebred male that I could put in my empty cage and have a second breeding male. And then I'm not sure what to do with the doe. I was going to replace Zilpah with her daughter in hopes that the daughter would be bigger and have more babies at a time. But Zilpah averages 4. This time she had 3, but she's also fostering that very small runt from Shadow's litter. Initially when I bred them with the knowledge that she was going to have a small litter, and I was going to switch them with 3 from this next doe down here. She is excellent doe. This is Hannah Rose, and I ran out of the larger ones, so I gave her 2 medium-sized ones, ice box blocks for her to lay next to. And her babies, she's got a larger nest box, these 2 does on the bottom, because they're a little bigger, and her babies are down here. So their nest boxes down here are bigger, and I used these hangers, 2 on each of them, and then there's 2 over there on the nest box down there, for ice blocks of these 1 liter soda bottles that my son loves to drink these so much, so I have enough there. And it's just cool enough, now that their fur's grown in and their eyes are open, this litter stays on top most of the time of the hay. And she's got 5, I believe. She's got 3 that look like this one here, all white with some brown and a little bit darker gray mixed in. They're just broken. There's the one out there that looks like all the wild bunny rabbits that run around our area. I think it's really cutie patootie. And then she's got a broken red, and then one that looks like a solid red. Oh, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. She is such a good mom. And oh, isn't it cute? And they saw me put the ice blocks up there, and then they started laying next to them. Oh, that one's just so cute. They're all cute. Okay. And then Hannah's sister, same exact litter, over here, Tamar. And she's an excellent mama. She's very aggressive in protecting her babies. Initially, when I came out here the morning that she had them, she's 11 pounds. Hannah, Tamar here, and her sister that we were just talking to, Hannah, their parents, they're a mixed breed. They are New Zealand Reds with Flemish Giant mixture, 50-50 of that. But she is very protective of her nest box. And when I was initially counting her babies and looking for, because I guess sometimes they don't eat the afterbirth, and wanted to get that out, any kind of decaying tissue. And then if they were stillborns, I'd have to get them out of here too, especially it's summertime. I couldn't let it go. So I counted 5 on my own, but then my son and I removed her from the cage, put her in a traveling carry cage for small pets, and then I was able to, without fear, get into her nest box and look at her babies. And she actually had one that just was, I don't know if she trampled it, but it clearly was half the size of its siblings, and its fur hadn't grown in like the rest of them, and it was just hanging on for dear life. I took her out of the cage, and I tried to let it feed on one of her, let it feed from her, and put it right at the nipple for it to start to have something, and it wouldn't take. And so there was nothing I could do to save that one. So she initially had 6, gave birth successfully to 6, but one of them died. So she's got 5, and they all look really similar to her sister's babies. But these babies here, let me get the tile up. These babies here tend to stay, they've got one small corner that's open, and then the rest of them stay under the fur that's there. So I lift the tile up a little bit and show them where the cool spots are to lay. And I've got one that I can see that's laying there. Just like another one on the other side that I can see 2 over there. But she's got 5 in here. So we have, 8, 6, and 5. 11, 19, I think, if I'm counting right. But yes, mama girl. She's finally calm enough for me. But there's times that I have to approach her like an aggressive rabbit. And you do that by putting your hand higher in the cage and approaching slower and then coming down above. If it's aggressive or just being extra protective, the rabbit might grunt or do a couple of vocalizations, but it shouldn't lunge or bite at when you're doing that. Like I said, you're coming in, up, close to the top of the cage and coming down at. But for the most part, she's a mellow rabbit. She just gets nervous around strangers. Well, they all do, but she's more so than everybody else. So there we go. Those are our breeders and some of the babies here at Sand and Stars Rabbitry. And those will be the babies for sale. This one here, Shadows. She's got the runt that's fostered, that I fostered over to Zilpah, so it'll eat and grow. I don't expect that one to grow bigger, and I think she's got one more that's a runt in here, but I didn't want to overburden Zilpah, so I left it in here. So I'm anticipating 2 small runts, and I don't think that they're going to get any more than maybe 5 pounds, if that. So for those of you that are looking for more of a smaller size one, there's going to be 2, I anticipate. And they're going to look like this one. They're both broken blacks. I'm going to have quite a few ready, and they should be ready to be weaned sometime the end of this month. So they'll be for sale, and I'll try to be better at posting more videos, but they will be ready for sale by the end of this month, and I'll have them for sale up through, I believe, September 10th. But they are cute. The rest of them I anticipate to get to be 9-10 pounds. Oh yeah, that one's stretched out and looks like it's kind of warm. Oh babies, oh they move, they're so cutie patootie. But they sleep, you know, right next to each other now that they're older and their fur is in, and they don't huddle together so much anymore. In one tight group, now they kind of spread out by each other. Alright, so this is Diana, Sand and Stars Rabbity. Thank you for visiting me and watching my video. And please feel free to call. 401-932-4308 is the cell phone. You can also text or email me, sand, DAIGNAULT, at cox.net. Thank you. God bless. Bye.